If you are not already, like us and subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, where else? Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff.
We need to start saying this at the beginning, I think, but
yeah,
whatever. I'll just edit it in.
Ooh.
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
What a bunch of trash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards. We have a smaller crowd this week. Apocalypse Howell is out on the assignment of marriage, and JD Karpicki is out on assignment of being in San Francisco like a little bitch. So this week we have Joseph Graham. Joey, how are you?
I never go anywhere, so
yeah,
I'm always available.
You got to pop that pinky ring out.
Yeah,
Take
like
that drink.
And take it off.
What you got?
Pop it out.
I don't know. Did they
drink.
tell you guys what way you're supposed to wear it? You're supposed to wear it like college.
I think it
before
was.
you graduate.
Yeah, I think it's the way you have it now. So like when
Where
you
other
hold
people
your
can
hand
look at
up,
it.
other people can read it.
Yeah, I got it
Yeah,
pinky
same.
sized, so because I know I'm gonna get all 5 like Jordan.
Yeah.
So just start with the pinky.
For our audio audience, Joey has a 2022 Astros World Series ring for his work helping the team win the World Series. He was part of that combined no-hitter in game
I was there.
4. Game 4? Game 5?
Was that 4?
4, right? The
Yes.
second one in Philly?
Yes.
Yeah, he closed that game out.
Yeah. That was part of the illustrious 4.
Yeah.
Maybe the 5th guy.
He hit that walk-off home run against the Mariners.
So yeah.
it
After
is-
Jordan did it, I did it again.
Yeah, just to really drive it home.
Yeah.
And they decided to honor his contributions with a beautiful ring that fits only on his pinky.
Yeah, like I said, gonna get all the other ones.
Yeah.
From different teams because I'm I got to move on to other teams probably soon.
But see, you're going to do it where you have it from different sports.
Yeah, so that's gonna make me like Bo Jackson-ish.
Yeah.
Should get sports tattooed on your chest.
I am thinking about getting a tattoo. I'm really thinking about it.
A tattoo? What kind of tattoo?
I don't know yet. I don't know where to go. I think I'm going to start small with my smallest idea.
Do you know where?
I don't know where to put it.
Do you know where you will go?
I have my cousin Danielle who lives in Austin, and her husband is a tattoo artist. That was
Okay.
the only lead I have so far, but it's in Austin. I never go there anymore, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking about doing it if I finish my book. I'll get it as like I did that kind of thing.
Little reward.
I don't know if it's a reward, but it just feels like some kind of trophy,
It's
right?
a little something to make yourself feel good. A little like a little treat.
little
treat.
pain treat.
Pain treat. Yeah.
Also
I got
joining us
one.
this week, Justin Petty. Justin, you have a tattoo, right? Just the one, right?
A tattoo. I just had the one.
It's on your arm?
Underarm?
Yeah. Under inner bicep area. It's real painful up in that armpit area.
Yeah.
Did you take an Advil or something before you did it?
No, man.
Just one Advil.
I
This is
don't know.
fine. Like fucking Nolan Ryan just popping in a leave and throwing
Yeah.
300 pitches the next day.
Hell yeah.
What
Oh,
does
you
it
did?
say in that commercial? No, I
It's
didn't
gentler
take
on my
anything.
stomach than
I'm Nolan Ryan.
Yeah. I like a leaf because it's gentler on my stomach than other painkillers.
I'm taking a 95 mile an hour heater to the arm. I take a leaf.
God, he's so cool.
He is very cool.
How are you, Adam? Do you
I'm
need to
good.
talk about anything?
I saw Barbie. Barbie was very good. I also
Ah.
saw Cocktail, which is fucking crazy.
I should rewatch that. I
Wait,
guess.
so did you rent Cocktail?
No, it was
it streaming
streaming
somewhere?
on shit, I don't know, Hulu or something.
Did you pay full price for Cocktail?
No.
Full price for cocktails? Not this guy. Not in this bar.
That movie is fucking crazy. It's got, you think it's just a movie about him doing crazy cocktail shit, but it has like suicide and unexpected pregnancy and like leaving the country and all this. I'm like,
well, it is the service industry.
At one point, he fist fights a doorman. It's very weird, and I kind of loved it. But making my way through Tom Cruise's filmography this year. So,
do you have? Sorry to just keep going on with the intro bullshit, but no. Do you have a list that like a number out of how many ever it is?
Yeah, so I made a list on Letterboxd, because the thing about Letterboxd is if you look at a director or a actor or something, it'll include everything. So if he's in, Cruise is in a bunch of like archival footage for like Scientology documentaries, I'm not interested in, like, that doesn't count for me.
Yeah,
right? Like I just want to watch movies that he's in. So I made my own list. Right now I'm at 39%, which isn't great.
Did your list include every one of his movies or just the ones you wanted to watch? Okay.
Every one of his movies, yeah. So ones that I'm looking forward to that I haven't watched yet. Days of Thunder, which I have seen as a kid, but I'm like, it's been so long it doesn't count.
You want to watch Days of Thunder, you got to come over to my house. We'll crank it up and watch.
All right, we'll do it.
Thunder.
I want to be there for that.
Yes. I own it on DVD, so we don't have to rent it.
Wait, but DVD or Blue?
I mean, I bought it before Blu-rays existed. So.
Oof, man. Maybe we can reach out to JD for this.
I'll check and make sure it's 5.1 because that's all it's really going to matter.
Yeah.
It's probably full screen.
Well, and after that, we can do a double feature of another one that I'm looking forward to that I think is one of your favorites, Joey, which is Vanilla Sky.
If you just want to watch those two movies, that and maybe like The Firm is really good.
Yep, that's on here that I haven't watched yet. Born on the 4th of July interests me.
I've never seen that one. Yeah,
that's a tough one.
There's one here that I didn't know existed, and I'm very interested in it. It's called Legend. It's a Ridley
Legend is
Scott
fun.
movie.
Wait, you've never seen Legend?
The devil.
You've never
is in
seen
it.
that devil before?
No.
Wait, have you Googled the picture of it?
I'm looking at like the poster art right now.
Oh yeah, it's like,
but it's got Tim Curry.
It's a fantasy movie. Tim Curry's the devil.
Yeah. Tim Curry's the devil.
Okay. Yeah. I remember this movie.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like they're trying to they're trying to save the last unicorn on Earth or something.
That sounds crazy.
Sounds like right up your alley.
Like they show one of the unicorns getting murdered.
Oh, that's cool.
It's interesting.
Speaking of Tom Cruise,
I got a date next week to the dance at Judy's.
Who with?
Guess.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, speaking of Tom Cruise, weirdly, that is a segue that works. Tonight, we watched, I'm just going to say it, probably the worst movie we've ever seen in so many ways. 1993's Brutal Fury, written and directed by Fred P. Watkins. This was filmed entirely in the DFW area, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex.
Makes a lot of fucking sense.
We will get to the plot summary soon. This movie is bad. It's just a very, very dark and dour movie, as Joey said. Like it's a tough watch. I don't really know what happens, really, like why it exists. Yeah. It's just a lot of really bad things happening to high schoolers. High school women specifically, so let your imagination run wild.
But not in the way that kids is. It's awful. It's like a high schooler made a movie about bad things happening to high schoolers.
But it also has all the aesthetic of like a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Because it is a bad movie.
Well, no, in the trash sense, I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if this movie were playing in the other room and you just caught a glimpse of it, you'd be like, oh, that's a trash movie. And then as soon as you listened to the dialogue, you would be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It feels like to me like a 13-year-old trying to make like they saw a Tarantino movie and a Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
And like a 13-year-old wrote a script and then they had heard of what they just found out what being ard means. And they were like,
yeah,
I'm going to write a whole movie about this. This is terrible. And then
yeah.
and then someone decided to make it.
Yeah. There's a lot of sexual assault that happens in this movie.
But there's
Yeah.
also a lot of katanas.
Yeah.
And like bad girl group gangs like Kill Bill or something.
But then there's also weird homophobia and racism, weirdly. Like,
Yeah. There was racism. That was weird.
The movie itself is not pro-racism.
no.
No, they use it to discuss. They use it to allude to the main character's like childhood trauma, I guess, that
yeah.
turned her into this weird misguided vigilante.
Yeah.
Right.
But like her dad was a Klansman or something, or was at least supportive of the Klan.
Like he just really loved. Yeah, there's a shot of a flashback where she has some kind of note that's pro KKK or something.
It almost looks like she made it. Like she
Right.
was like like you kids will
Right.
draw something and it'll go on the fridge. It was like she drew it and it was something about pro KKK. If you're not white, hang 'em high, that kind of shit. And then the
Right.
dad like walks in, looks at it, and smiles and
full
nods
of
at her.
pride, and that's why it's kind of.
He was very proud of her for that. Like he gave her a little pat on the head and was like, kind of like, good girl. And he
Right.
rewarded her by molesting her.
This movie
It's
is really
awful.
tough to discuss because it's awful, truly awful things happen in this movie. The kid draws this, and the guy's just like, I'm making a very dumb smiley face.
It's
Like he's just
weird,
like, "Good
yeah.
job, kid."
Yeah.
Like if
It's
it was,
like-
if he had the audio of it, and he was like literally said, "Great job, KKK rules." Like that's what it feels like, which is
Like
completely
the
absurd.
most awful stuff in the most uninteresting,
Inept.
banal way possible.
Yeah,
It's-
banal, inept. Those are perfect words for this. I mean, there were several times that I know Joey was very vocal watching this. That was just like, this doesn't make sense. This is bad filmmaking.
Like
They're not
really
getting
bad.
the point across. They're actually actively working against the point that they're trying to get across.
We've said this a lot during trash movies, so it's like it's hard to fully articulate the way that this is bad.
It's bad on a real way.
Yeah. Oh, I said it earlier. Like it's like a defensive driving movie about sexual assault.
But
It's not about sexual assault. That's the thing, is like, it's not about, hey, don't R people. It's about this woman lost her mind and killed everybody.
She wasn't a vigilante against sexual assault either. Like she was just killing people. That was just
Yeah.
like a
She was
secondary
mostly
plot
upset
point.
about, it seemed like she was mostly upset about the drugs.
If you take the redheaded girl out of it, because the movie doesn't start with it's not very focused on
Mm-mm.
Red or Misty or whatever the fuck her name is. It starts off and it feels like it's going to be a pretty basic rape revenge movie with, a fun gang of hot girls. And then this redheaded girl comes along and fucks that all up real good. Complicates the shit out of it, which is what makes me think it feels like people reaching too far and trying to make like a Scorsese or someone who can handle this kind of subject matter, but they're just really, really bad at it. So it comes off as, I don't know what the right word is,
Yeah.
but it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's deeply insensitive, and not in the, like, trying to think of how to say this, not in the 2023 way of like anything that's slightly offensive is insensitive. It's like, no, you are not at all sensitive to what you are portraying on screen and how the audience is digesting what you're trying to say.
It's dabbling in a lot of weird, I don't want to say political, but sensitive subjects.
Mm-hmm.
It's insensitive in how like uninteresting it is making this topic.
It's
in
really
a way
careless, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's just like, okay, I know that would be interesting if, you know, it's like you're trying to develop the redheaded girl to be not just like a girl who kills the jock football player who's graping all these girls or whatever. He's like, oh, but what if she's not so innocent herself? Like, oh, that makes the movie interesting, right? And it's like, does it? I don't know. I thought we were having fun here, but we're clearly not. So
yeah, there's no fun to be had.
Something that also caught my attention was towards the end, she was like praying to her father about like trying to fulfill his mission of cleansing the earth of like bad people. And like, so now that feels like her pastor convinced her that what her dad did to her wasn't real, but also now it feels like she's probably racist too, if she is following in what her father's footsteps or what she considered following in his footsteps. It doesn't show her acting on racism throughout the movie at all, but like the subtext here is like, I love you, father. I'm doing what you wanted. Yeah. And you're a pretty big racist.
It almost feels like the movie wants to really underline that there are no truly good people. There are no like everybody is a shade of gray. Everybody is morally questionable at best.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
And I mean, we'll get into it with the plot summary here soon, but you know, even the first cop that you meet, right? And he's banging high school chicks, like openly. He's like sleeping with minors, basically. And but he also cares about these murders.
Oh God, did she say you're gonna get busted for fondling teenagers?
Yeah. That's not a very good sharing.
Everything okay, Bill?
I'm okay,
It's okay. That's all you can say? A pervert who's into high school girls, and all you can say is, it's okay.
Yeah, that was a kind of a bait and switch. But the fact that they were saying that and presenting it that way in the film does get to your point of like, we're going to like make everyone seem bad, but maybe not really with this guy at least. We want to like him, actually.
Yeah, but like as it unfolds, you realize like it's just a little bit of banter between them.
Yeah, but when you're just introduced to this movie, you don't really know the difference or what's up and down. You're just like, okay, this guy's fucking a 16-year-old, I guess. Hard to tell.
Because of, as we said, because of the fact that it's poorly made.
Because of the implication.
Because of the implication.
Because of both of those things.
We're not going to do it, but they're not going to.
Yeah, let's do the plot before we dig ourselves into a big hole here.
All right, so we'll do the plot and we will start off with Joey.
Okay. So a girl with huge cans gets brutally murdered by her rapey star athlete boyfriend and a pipe. And then a detective who loves to fuck teenagers gets obsessed with finding the teenage killer.
I know that kid killed and raped that girl, star jock or not.
You'll get him. He'll slip up.
Then some high school girl, secret ninja gang they wear balaclavas, aka the Furies, beat the fuck out of a new girl in front of her house at night. Who knows why? Turns out the detective doesn't fuck teens. Hey, his girlfriend is actually an undercover at this high school trying to find out what's going on with all the murders.
A karate expert redheaded high school girl is rushing for the Furies gang, and we find out she hates rapists because her racist dad raped her. Anyway, the rapist murderer star football player finds a new victim, and he beats and R's her up in an alley. got hard.
He hurt me.
He is bad. All right. The girl who was Ard kills herself. But that doesn't stop John Kane, football star rapist, from attending her wake. Meanwhile, undercover high school punk rocker girl is trying to buy a huge amount of coke from a teacher. Also, is a lesbian rapist.
She's a lesbian, and I don't.
Wait, what?
Tell the
She used to be a man, so that makes her a lesbian?
She uses her like a man.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's a
Whoever
lesbian.
Miss Jones is a lesbian.
This movie sucks.
The Furies then induct Red into the gang with a hot ceremony. Okay, well, also, while that's happening, somebody's getting married.
I didn't include that because it was incompetent.
Then the Furies go beat the fuck out of an innocent girl who is dating an ex of one of the Furies. Okay. Then Red kills the lesbian rapist teacher by pushing her off a building. But the girl that was getting R'd by the lesbian teacher is now going to go out with John McCain, a.k.a. Rapey John.
Can you believe it? He asked a sophomore out.
So Red kills him and hangs him on a football field goal. He's dead. Movie over, right? No, there's another 20 minutes. Anyway, it all builds toward a big drug deal bust thing the undercover girl was working on. But Red is there and decides to kill everyone involved. The cops show up for the drug bust, but Red is just there with a shotgun. She tries to drive away, and the cops explode the car. The end.
Yeah, this is gross.
Real bad.
We might just pocket this.
This has been the Trash Movie Kings.
Oh, yeah. I drank the first beer already.
Yeah, it's
Goes down smooth with a side of R.
it's tough because, like, you know, we
can't
normally
take
do,
on these. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, we normally do favorite parts, we do B's, we do all that stuff. It feels wrong to do that.
This person who made this, I don't know the writer director, if any of them
Fred
are women.
P. Watkins. No, it's
Yeah,
a person named
I-
Fred.
Yeah, I figured as much. You just can't take on these types of subjects if you're going to make a movie that's this cheesy, and you can't mix rape and levity. It just doesn't work. Like, you're like, oh, there's like a ton of rape. It's all about rape, and everybody's really sad. There's suicide going on,
and
but
by
let's like,
many different people.
yeah, but let's like throw in like a girl with a katana. That's fun, right? You can't. It's just no, it doesn't work.
And some
guy.
karate. And
It doesn't. It ends up like the least fun thing I've seen
Yeah.
on screen next to Rollerblade 7. I can't.
hey, at least that had some choreographed dancing.
At least I didn't feel completely uncomfortable watching that one. I guess just bored.
Bored out of the fucking mind.
We can do a follow up to that. It might be better this time around.
Maybe for your birthday, if you want to pick that next when you turn 39.
We'll watch it at the roller rink.
When someone dies comes out around then, probably.
Oh, got him. Yeah, like I'm looking back through the notes because I feel like we have seen movies before that had rape and sexual assault as an element.
They're in there. An
with
element.
levity, right? Like Alley Cat kind of had some of that. Chick Boxer had a little bit of that.
I was thinking about Chick Boxer a lot during this movie because we didn't like that one very much,
right?
and I didn't like this one very much.
Yeah.
Alley
feel like a
Cat
lot
is
of what we're
fun
saying is-
because it's like she's cool and she goes and murders all the people,
Right.
and you don't get that Alley Cat was also a lunatic, you know, and like
Right.
was killing people because she's crazy. It was like, it's fun to watch people you like murder bad people. It's not
Right.
fun to watch whatever the fuck this is. This is like this lunatic person with this horrible childhood. Yeah, like she's righteous in murdering some of these people, but then she definitely goes too far in some cases, and I don't know. It's not very fun unless she's playing tennis. That was a fun scene
For the tennis
No.
ball thing.
Okay, this is how I found out about this movie. Now I remember.
I can't believe she hit her with the sword the way that she swings.
Well, she was hitting it okay before. She's just mad because John McCain is gonna get laid again. Yeah, that's like the only fun, like truly fun scene.
Right, she just can't hit a fucking tennis ball.
She's so mad. She's so
I've been that
mad.
mad. Not that mad. I would still hit the tennis ball. Please.
There was that one movie, I think it was a ninja movie that we watched. We can probably cut all this. And it was there was a lot of rape in it. And it was like a white cop who was, I don't know, I just remember one scene where he's going into an apartment building and rescuing people shortly after a rape, and then there's a guy with a butterfly knife in the alley. I don't know.
Was that a Hollywood?
Yeah,
Ninja?
Hollywood cat. Yeah, Hollywood cop or
Cop.
something.
Yeah, there was a lot of rape in that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
We
I
weren't
did
high
not
on that
like
one
it.
either.
No, but it did.
But it was
Now
okay.
that we've seen this one,
Right, that one was like
it's
fine.
like, oh, that's actually
Right,
okay.
like, there are ways to make fun movies with elements like this in it, as long as those who are committing these acts, like we talked about, like there's a heavy revenge plot, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
are
like-
killed in brutal, or they like the action is fun. The things that happen to them happen in gruesome and fun way. Like there's a lot of ways to make this subject matter.
Yeah. A movie where a crazy
I guess.
a crazy chick has some sort of sexual assault thing happen to her, I believe, is that Miss 45 movie. Did we all watch that last year?
We watched it during your marathon
Halloween thing. Yeah.
but I don't think we watched it on the show.
I fell asleep before that one played,
But
so I didn't see it.
that chick is nuts in the movie, but she's a lot of fun to watch. And she
Another
kills all
one-
these people justifiably, and just this movie just doesn't connect. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, another one that kind of works, and I made a reference to it at the beginning of this one, is Ty West's X, where Pearl,
Mhm.
the character of Pearl, is raised in a very religious, suppressed kind of way, and has some sort of sexual assault. When you see Pearl, you see a little bit more of that, and she goes on a murder rampage, and you're like, wow, this is interesting and like entertaining and fun. This is not that.
Mhm.
It's like the idea is there and it's fine and it could work. This actress the character, I should say, it's not really the actress's fault. I mean, she's probably fine enough, but yeah, they undercut her at like all the right times to where you just don't like her. You don't like her. You don't like the fact that all this
Yeah.
stuff's happening, and you don't like this movie.
You don't really like anyone in it. Like
Mm-mm.
I don't think there's a single character, even the characters that ultimately end up being victims in the movie, like they're not likable people, and like that has nothing to do with what happens to them, but like there is not a likable character in this because
I'm gonna blame this
the writing
on-
isn't likable.
Yeah, all the actors being from Dallas, probably.
Yeah.
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 So fuck this Dallas movie. I think that's the general vibe of the.
Don't make movies in Dallas.
Or no one should live in Dallas.
No.
It's not
Unless
a real place.
you
It's
already
a
live
hellscape.
there. If you already live in Dallas, you should just stay there and never leave.
Actually, if you're thinking about moving to Dallas, watch this movie first and then decide, is this what I want my life to be?
Is this
And
where I want to
then-
raise my children?
And then watch the Zapruder film, also made in Dallas.
Yeah. I think it has a higher Rotten Tomatoes than this.
The
the
Zapruder
Letterboxd
film
score
is
on
on Letterboxd. I don't
Yes,
know what
it
the
is.
rating is. Let's check that rating. Let's go.
See if it's got a higher rating than this.
Oh wait, did they take it off?
Oh, did they take it off?
Oh no.
Because I remember rating the Zapruder.
Yeah, they must have taken it off. That sucks. I mean, there's some Zapruder things, but they're from the 90s.
Yeah,
there's
it
like
probably like
documentaries about it.
Someone
the
must
joke
have
blew up
added
and
it
got too big, and then they were like, somebody saw it. We got to remove it.
Yeah, that sucks.
This movie, 6 people gave it 5 stars. What the hell is wrong with that?
God,
I
for
don't
real?
know.
It's gotta
20
be
people have
under
reviewed it.
A movie where every single decision is an overreaction.
It doesn't have enough ratings to give you a rating. Are you saying
Right.
one? I don't see one.
No, I'm not. I'm seeing like the graph, but I
There's
don't
no
see an
average. Or just Letterboxd hates this movie as much as we do, and they're like, no one should direct see this. This guy did some other movies.
Yeah, this was his first.
They're definitely all like porn adjacent looking things. I bet they're all much better than this.
I wrote down a favorite quote back when I thought it was going to be a fun movie.
We can talk
and it
about
immediately
that. All right,
was
yeah.
not. Yeah.
All right.
I wrote down when he meets the chick at the locker to ask her out, and he's like, you know, you're a cute bitch.
No, you're a cute bitch.
And then he tries to kiss her, and she like pushes him away.
Yeah, I mean,
I wrote down the quote right before that when he slams the locker and she goes, "Did you have to scare me?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Did you have
There
to
he
scare
is.
me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be late. My parents won't let me go out in the school.
So he's just moving on to the next
Plus, what
victim.
happened with
and then he like quickly like grinds into her, like just
Yeah.
like rub my boner on you real quick, and then ask you out.
That's the problem. This movie is trying to be fun while dealing with all bad people doing bad things or heinous things, really.
Yeah.
It's
It
weird.
tries to be fun in very weird ways.
Yeah. The sense of humor here is not good.
Yeah. Did you write anything down, Joey?
For favorite parts?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so after John Kane, the rapey football star, ours his second victim.
God.
Then she kills herself, and then they have a wake, and
Oh, yeah. Oh.
so there's a needle drop that's incredible. It's like so glorious, and then there's 2 girls having a conversation outside of the house at the wake, or like the get together or whatever it is. I don't know exactly. It's not the funeral, but anyway, this guy walks out to this music.
How are parents doing?
They're holding up.
Yeah.
A special hello to you, sexy.
Fucking guy.
That was still early enough on where I was like, okay, I think they're figuring out how to make this fun.
Yeah, and again, it's like the portrayal of like how they revealed that he went to it, which
It's
was
just
like
so inept.
a little weird and wacky.
You just can't mix these 2 things, man. It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's a line that this guy doesn't know how to toe.
Which brings me to the other thing that I wrote down, which was maybe 2/3 of the way through the movie. And it was, I don't remember what was happening in the movie, but I did write down that Justin just said, "This is not a fun movie."
Only one.
This is not a fun movie.
No. I'm laughing at how like incredibly dour it is.
And I think that was when we all were realizing at the same time that this was no longer like,
do we
any
want to
fun
watch
at
this
all.
anymore?
yeah.
I mean, I would have liked to have watched that Wings Hauser movie.
Yeah, that looked
That
cool.
did seem like a fun movie.
Which
It
we've
did.
got that we'll do that one in a couple weeks.
Once it comes in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked the girls' leotards, the balaclavas, and the swords.
Yeah.
Cool look. I thought they were going to be real cool, like a unified group that had like a thing going on. I thought they were all going to be badasses, but it turns out they're just annoying and they have no point. They're like beating up girls that they just don't like at school, in addition to, you know, people who deserve death. It doesn't make any sense. It's too, maybe this is maybe fair, is like it's too much like a real thing. It's too much like life to be any fun.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit that like really would go on at a high school, and they're trying to make jokes about it, and it's like not funny.
It's like a cautionary like dare video.
Like, yeah, just this movie is too real to go shoot it on VHS and have all these hacky actors and try to do like jokes and then put these terrible needle drops in. It's just it could be fun if the subject matter was something serious, but not this serious.
Right.
Like if it was about car accidents even or something. If it was about a car or drunk driving, for instance. If all these kids kept getting drunk and killing themselves or something, and then there was like, I don't know, some other plot involved, and then you treated it like this, where it was like silly needle drops and stuff. If it was one of those instructional videos you were talking about with really terrible or just really incompetent filmmaking, like I would laugh probably.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's like, oof, no thanks.
Well, with that being said, I guess we will move on to the bees.
I was thinking right before you did, I was like, is he actually going to do the sound?
I was like, I hope he does it high pitched somehow. The beats, the beats. Yeah. Did you write a bunch down? Because
I did. Which again, most of these came before the realization of, oh, this movie is like a
rude
crime.
Yeah. I wrote down beach and bruise, and then this first sexual assault happened, and I was like, I'm not going to do any of this anymore. That's it.
Beach and a bruise.
I got beach,
like
blood, bikini, boingo, comma, oingo.
I'll be okay, Mickey.
I'll be right outside the door, so don't try to.
What's this music?
Don't
fucking boingo.
Yeah.
For this
Oingo,
cop
comma,
scene.
oingo. Blue lights, black belts, balaclavas, blow, aka cocaine.
Okay.
A bow tie. There were like, that chick wore like 3 bow ties.
She had she was wearing like a pajama bow tie.
Yeah.
The clothing in this movie is insane.
Yeah. There were a couple of blades. There was a blood oath.
Yeah, that was
Boys in blue, bullets, a body off building, Buttafuoco, blast, and blaze, and then an honorary pool. And I also wrote down a hard rock sweater, which we saw in Chick Boxer.
In Chick Boxer, I remember. Yeah. There's a connection between those
7
two
Up
movies.
or a Sprite. There wasn't a Pepsi, but there was a Sprite.
This is a Sprite kind of movie.
I think there was a DC as well, but
a DC?
Diet Coke.
Oh, Diet Coke. The fucking DC.
They were all drinking various sodas at the pool party.
Yeah.
What was that guy? What's that guy on Instagram that reviews food?
Cuisine.
Cuisine.
Yeah.
I got the fucking DC. I got the
Ray
pizza
Romano.
pie.
They had your mother. What was it? Take care, brush your hair.
Yeah, brush your hair.
Hey, talk to your sister for me.
Yes, just
Say
like
hi to
your
your
sister last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was good. I don't know if he's still doing that shtick.
Yeah, he's still doing it, man. He's still,
Way to go.
for whatever reason, the algorithm
It's like
loves feeding it to me.
I don't see it.
Andrew Dice Clay reviews food.
Yeah. Anyway, let's rate this.
Starting here
with.
Wait, what did you say?
Let's rate.
Oh, okay.
This.
Oh gosh.
God. Starting with you, Justin.
Can I give it a 0? Like, have we ever given anything no bags of trash? We've never actually discussed if we're good with that.
I think the lowest we've done is like a half a bag. I don't know if we've ever done 0.
Did you want to give a 0 to Sniper Special Ops?
No.
That you gave it a half a bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
That's the
I'm
closest we got.
if we're good with giving something a 0, this is it for me.
This is the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty bad. This
movie shouldn't exist.
It's not necessarily boring.
Yes, it is.
I'll give it that. Okay, it's not the most boring thing. It's not all that entertaining. In a way, it's entertaining in that what can they do next to make me feel terrible about everything?
I know I mentioned this a couple of times about it being like I'd rather go and do a 6-hour defensive driving course than watch this movie again.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I would absolutely watch this movie over that. I think it's fucking crazy.
I would go to a defensive driving place and have to sit with a bunch of strangers rather than watching this movie again.
I think you would regret that. If I'm at my house eating some popcorn, having some beers, watching this movie, and you're at that.
Justin, the last thing that you rated very low, you gave a half a bag to Dancing Ninja. Do you remember that?
I do not.
Wow.
You don't remember Dancing Ninja? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. That was Hoff. That was Hoff. Yeah, that movie wasn't good. No,
Irene was on it.
Joey loved that movie, I think. I
don't know if I loved it.
No, Joey gave it a 3.5. JD gave it a 4.
It was pretty bad, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Remember that one, the guy who teaches him stuff who also hates him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I can't give this that score. This is worse than that. Like, if y'all are good with giving this nothing, I'm giving it a 0.
You go ahead and give it nothing.
Yeah, you can
I am giving it nothing. I'm giving it a whole lot of nothing.
You can break my Excel spreadsheet. That's fine. Joey.
I don't know. I want to give it a 0.75. There's some interesting clothing choices and interesting music choices, but I don't think it's worth a full bag.
So you think it's better than Dancing Ninja?
Well, no, because
you gave it a half bag.
I know. You gave it a higher score than I gave Dancing Ninja, so you think it's better than my opinion.
That logic doesn't add up at all.
It's terrible logic.
That's
Joey.
The second. I almost
Joey
don't
thinks
even
it's
give
better
it
than Sniper Special Ops.
But I gave that one a Breen. It was a very specific.
Yeah, that movie had
I almost want to give
hitting.
this. I almost want to give this whatever the opposite of a bag of trash is, like a bag of.
Finish what you were gonna say.
Food. This is just one bag of groceries. That's eggs that is laying in a parking lot.
I don't like that at all.
It's just boiling at 105 degrees.
It's a bag of groceries that sat in your trunk for a week.
Yeah, it's a bag of
spoiled groceries. Ugh.
Vegetables.
Yeah. It's like basically a -1.
I like that though, because it's like you could have done something good with this.
Yeah.
Or
except now you're like fermenting your own trash.
Yeah.
It was like, it made me mad on a level, but I mean, the movie itself, it's like, I'm going to give it a 0.75, but it's like, I want to give it this other thing that's It's like, fuck you, movie.
So
They're like spoiled eggs.
There were so many opportunities for them to have made decisions that would have made it into good trash. Instead, they kept trying to make a good movie, and it turned into worse than trash.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's awful.
It has the bad acting, the bad needle drops, the like kind of cheesy as fuck production design and costuming. It's all there. It's all there on the table for you to make a perfectly entertaining piece of shit. And you tried to make like a Scorsese movie or something really way too serious for you.
A very low quality, poorly made movie that takes itself too seriously.
About sexual assault. You're like, I'm going to go.
High schoolers.
Yeah. That's doubling because to quote a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's even more disheartening because they were also young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is on a different level of irritating.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give it a quarter of a bag. And that quarter is just, they blew up that car real good.
Yeah, the car blow up was cool. I thought the katana was cool. Mm-hmm. The guy walking out of the wake after he committed a crime against someone was just too... I cannot laugh at that. That was insane.
And also like groping a girl at the wake of another girl that he was with.
Oh, did that happen? I didn't even remember.
Yeah, he was like all over the blonde chick when he walked out.
Wow.
The two girls he was talking to.
It should have been so much more joyful to watch this guy die. And by that time, you were like too focused on how the redheaded girl was like losing her mind.
Yeah,
it's like,
at that point, like we just. Mm-hmm.
And then like they made the Furies not very fun. I couldn't believe that they made them not fun. I was like, this is supposed to be like the coolest fucking gang of chicks.
They're named the Furies,
right? And they do like that whole Greek intro to them that makes them all seem righteous and cool. And it's just like, everybody's terrible, LOL. That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
the coolest part of the movie was their like blood ceremony, and they even fucked that scene up by intercutting it with
the fucking wedding scene. What the fuck was that? It's so irritating.
The chick and the guy that were at the bar.
Oh, the undercover chick?
I think so.
Is this part of their marriage?
No, this is the other chick's initiation into the Furies.
Yeah. Oh. It made no fucking thematic sense to cut. If you can come up with it and I'm not a very good theme person. So if you guys have any fucking clue why you would cut those two things together, aside from the fact that they're ceremonies, that's it. Right?
I think they did. I think somebody told him that like his original cut had them back to back as separate scenes. And he was like, listen, man, this movie's over 2 hours long now. We got to cut out about 15 minutes.
Why do you even need to show those other two getting married?
It didn't matter.
Like it didn't matter at all.
Like I
didn't see that.
It was like it was going to give like weight to her dying at the end, but she didn't die.
Right. She smiled.
And also he didn't really care. She was just like, I'll be home late. And he's like, wait.
Also,
okay.
I don't like them.
No.
I didn't like them. I don't like the redhead. I don't like the Furies. I don't like obviously John Kane. I barely like any of the high schoolers. There's no one cool in this.
No, there's nobody redeeming.
No one cool in this movie. There's no one cool or interesting in this movie at all.
Where were the principals at?
Which is remarkable in and of itself, you know? Yeah. I'm not going to say that's a good thing. I'm just saying it's of note.
It's worth remarking on.
This movie has nothing
and we have now
of
checked
interest.
that box.
We've watched a movie with no interesting characters or actors.
And we didn't kill ourselves, so...
Yeah.
Not yet.
There's still time. Splice in the suicide scene here.
What? No, I'm not drunk.
On paper, it didn't read as...
Wait, is she about to kill herself?
Much as it is.
Who, this chick?
No,
Yeah, she said, I want to be pretty when they find me.
I've never had dope in my life except for what the doctor gave me.
Nope, she's going to shoot herself with
Good lord.
a pea shooter.
That was
Yeah,
think
with
it's
a
gonna kill her.
With a noisy cricket.
what the fuck?
Hey, what are you doing?
What is that? It looks like a thermometer for your ear.
How was she in such good spirits?
Oh yeah, like her tone is all over the place. Like she's silly and goofy and
You know, I want to, when they find me, I want it to be cute.
Yeah, so I'm putting makeup on before I blow my head off.
yeah.
With the tiniest gun. It was so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
She's like asked her if she's on drugs. She's like, drugs? I've never done drugs in my life. Except the ones my doctor gave me, but that was just because I was sick. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go because I'm gonna kill myself now.
But
Tell
doesn't
everyone
hang
I
up
love
the
them.
phone. Doesn't hang up the phone. Makes her friends stay on the line while she kills herself. If you're seeing this episode, if it made it out into the public eye, and you've made it this far, thank you.
And
Thanks
we're
for
sorry.
sticking around through that. Jesus.
Yeah. That brings us to 1/3 of a bag of trash.
It's an even third?
It's an even third.
That's nice.
Brutal Fury.
Brutal film. Wow.
Brought to you by Southern Star Brewing Company.
Well, now I
now.
have to put it out because of the implication.
This is the implication.
Please like and subscribe. Smash that follow button. Smash,
Ring
smash,
that
smash,
bell.
smash.
Is that something people do?
Anyway, we've been the Trash Movie King. Thank you all for watching and listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.